Here we are. Okay, gonna
Hey
get.
there, Zircon.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone. We're now ready for another investigation with Mileage with Wordy.
Yeah, that's
All
right. The Doom mod that lets us play Ace Attorney.
Anyways, Anyways, this is probably one of my comfort collections right there.
I can definitely
Mm. I don't know why, but that
feel it.
illusion of Doom mod makes me think of freaking Phoenix Wright holding Miles Edgeworth and have him hold it. And use
Okay.
it as a weapon.
Ace Attorney Investigations Collection.
All right. So, I believe that should be sufficient for everyone. Okay.
It sure is.
So, of course, so here. Of course, I'm doing AC.
Well, that's fine.
All right. Here goes nothing. Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney, investigation.
And then Discord crashes.
God,
Don't jinx it.
don't jinx it, you.
Yeah, DP. Yeah.
And
Sorry,
I
the
crashed.
joke didn't.
Well, if anybody's going to probably drop out of life,
Okay, okay. Shh. Super. Make sure you get ready.
March 14th, 1:16 a.m. Unknown. To make sure the defendant is found guilty. What other choice do I have?
Okay, that's. Okay, Super, that's
It's the
you.
job of a prosecutor, after all.
Okay.
Oh, this is my guy?
Okay, the guy on the left is yours.
Okay.
Who this? Okay.
why go this far?
I can't tell who's talking, because they're not.
It's the left one.
yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
No matter what the cost.
Ugh.
In Edgeworth's office.
Hey, Bobby.
Why would this Olympic gold medalist do this?
I'm the prodigy among prosecutors.
I mean, we must
have
uphold
been
tradition.
always will.
Okay, March 14th.
March 14th, 2:05 a.m. Prosecutor's building, 12th floor, hallway.
Alright,
Very fancy.
there you go.
Oh yeah, I've forgotten this one. He walks around.
Yep.
It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office
Yep.
for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean.
Alright.
Well,
Doors
about that,
unlocked.
sir.
I can picture Gumshoe just living inside.
Detective Gumshoe? What's the smell? It's very familiar. Blood? What the? What's the meaning of this?
Discord, please.
Freeze!
Identify yourself.
I'm sorry, but Danganronpa is over there.
You got some nerve committing a murder in my prosecutor's office. Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one would have committed murder in my office. No one. That's right, run, coward. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrust into a multitude of cases and some very frantic and busy days. March 14th, 2:06 a.m., High Prosecutor's Offices, room 1202.
Okay. Alright.
Who wants to do forensics?
I'll do it.
I finished photographing the victim's body, sir.
Very well. Let's continue your investigation.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Ah! Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay, sir? Sorry, I got my legs out
Keep it down, detective. This is a crime
of the
scene.
dry cleaners.
Okay. Maybe I should make the transparency a bit lower.
Yeah, that would help.
So we can see their entire body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene.
When I heard that a murder occurred in your office. Oh, had taken place in your office. I ran up here straight away. I'm very sorry. There's
Dick
recent
Gumshoe.
flag on my
This is
end.
detective with the local precinct.
Why, thank you.
And the one they'd assigned to handle this murder case for the time being.
Because Capcom couldn't come up with any other officers. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you alright?
No, I'm perfectly fine. However...
Are you hurt? Do you need a massage? Real great.
No.
Yeah! Look what they did to your office. It's totally trash, and I spent so much time dusting.
I'll say the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office.
Oh, sounds
Oh no.
like you're getting really burned up over this whole thing.
Oh no.
This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it.
Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. And now you get
Yeah, you were cutting bad,
to do it in the third dimension. Okay, let's do some investigating.
Yeah.
This court's the only thing that's open. Hold on, I'll be right.
Yeah, oh man.
I'm sorry for laughing this much.
Gumshoe has gone to the nth dimension.
Well, I like I said, Gumshoe was never the same when he had to go on the case to find Carmen Sandiego.
The funny
Again,
thing is that
that's
it
Carmen
would
Sandiego.
fit
What the fuck?
so much.
What was that?
sketch.
Again with the Carmen Sandiego.
Of course I'm going to, because I played a lot of it as a kid, and that's one thing I grew up with on an Apple IIe.
But here's the thing. I think that would work as a sketch with just him trying to communicate with Hedgeworth on either the phone or on the internet, and he just keeps cutting off because he doesn't afford the best internet.
Plus, that's another game I would run on the Rally OS. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah. Well, wait. Oh, right. I forgot Rowley is here as well.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yes, Rallis is here.
It's jump scare.
Okay. That leaves with Dasher. Okay.
Yeah, Dasher should be here in a bit.
Also,
But
hey,
who-
Rallius.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. You think it's a little bit better now, DP?
How do I sound
Oh, shit.
now?
Okay, try again, DP.
I
Try
don't
again.
fully understand how the. I don't understand why this happens to me right after I do like a little refresh.
I don't know.
Shoot.
The pausing is still happening.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it's correct. That's bad.
Yeah.
but you're coming in all clear on my end.
Damn it.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to have to disconnect
Oh,
Yep.
the internet.
I'm gonna have to disconnect.
Sergio, you cover for me.
Okay.
Well, actually, I don't know
I'll
if you
do
wanted,
it. I'll
if you
do
want,
it.
or unless you wanted Rally, but that's up to you.
Well,
I think it'd be.
well,
I'm
okay.
he's already gone.
I'm gonna do it since he told me I will do it.
Okay, you got to give it your all for this, because like again, like DP's like you got to make sure Dick sounds the way he is.
Okay, time to do some investigating.
Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads.
Oh God.
We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads of information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, Why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Is it really? Dash, you didn't let me read that. Sorry. I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. Yeah, remember, Vass, you gotta let me. Okay. No, he had something he wanted to say about the investigation, and then I was just trying to read that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering that myself, but I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you?
No, not really. Especially because of this.
The key to your office.
For security reasons, this office door has a lock built into it.
What do you mean, sir?
If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you.
Logic?
Use logic! By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. We know our gimmick now. That is the end result of using logic.
So, how do you use it?
First, I recall the information we've gathered with Q. Then I connect them together with T.
QT.
QT. Now to use Q and recall the facts. Mind wipe. Crime scene, my office. Is it really coincident that murder took place in my office? Ah, so we do a puzzle. They fit! For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence.
Yeah, sure. That's what I was thinking, sir.
There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? Why did this happen in my office? What was the killer after?
You're running on the ball, hey, Mr. Hedgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir.
I've solved a number of jigsaw puzzles in my life. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing these together, the logic should flow.
I like how logic is capitalized.
Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we?
Yes,
Well-
sir.
You can't say, Sircon, that they weren't taking from other things this go-around, so yeah, things about truth and all stuff, it really does give me a little bit of vibes of Danganronpa. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir.
Hey, Dasher.
Hey, Dasher.
I know that, and when I want to examine something, I simply use space when I'm next to it.
Oh, if you're afraid, don't just use T, okay? So you want your personal space. Give you great precise advice as an ace investigator, sir.
Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. Alright, and we begin our point-and-click adventure, Dasher.
Yeah.
What happened here? This perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here.
I've never seen one of these before.
Care to enlighten me as to where?
Oh, I know! I was issued the same exact model. I think. Is it a Smith & Wesson? No?
Detective.
Oh, no, it's a Glock. I don't really like gun all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir.
You know, like a Namba.
I don't use mine much in emergencies, so that's why I don't recognize it.
So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives. Found at the crime scene, it's the same model as those used by precinct detectives.
Oh, the
Yeah,
now
you run too. Yeah, whatever you want to investigate.
Out there.
Hold on.
I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on the sofa.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
That thing looks a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too, just for a little while, sir?
Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest.
You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard to be a real trooper to the end. Woo! Ain't gonna need a day
Even
job.
once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. He has no money. All right,
Oh.
Prince
Oh.
Edgeworth, what will you see next?
Okay.
How is it coming along? Circom.
So, lifting is a delicate art.
Well, I never.
Yeah, well,
Well, it's a good thing my steel samurai doll was spared any harm.
You wish. I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again?
Well, I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of the Steel Samurai, War of Neo Old Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai. And his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids.
Okay.
However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like Pink Princess, War of Little Old Tokyo, and the Nickel Samurai, along with a deluge of merchandise even a new stage show gives its presence.
You sure know a lot. Are you sure not some sort of rabbit fanboy?
Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. And that conversation lasted longer than I expected. Let us return to the investigation.
Okay.
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 Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers?
The one that came with the card attached every month, like clockwork for you, yep. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy, old bag.
Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are thy forms.
Wendy, isn't the name of that old lady with the whiny voice? It's
That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. Ugh.
Oh, it's your trophy, the Knight of Prosecutor, right?
King of prosecutors, and it's not a trophy, it's a shield.
They only send this to the winning prosecutor, right?
Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself.
That's so slick, sir. I'm gonna have to try and stay that sometime.
Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me.
Oh.
I really do love the HC sprites right there.
Oh yeah. It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you. So tidy that it looks newer than when I first bought it.
Oh yeah, that thing's so polished it makes Mirror jealous.
Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, detective.
My job is to protect your office, sir.
And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it.
That's harsh, sir.
I have to admit the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay.
Oh,
God
no.
dang it.
Yeah.
Hey, watch out for the teacup fragment there, sir.
Dude,
Ugh. That killer is going to pay this tea set.
Yikes, you're really mad over it.
This tea set is very dear to my heart and it can only be bought in England. It costs more than your whole month's paycheck.
For what? I don't feel like the killer wasted one of my monthly paycheck.
oh,
I finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Did he
Oh,
get shot
boy.
in the balls?
What do we have here?
Hey, I think it's one of these things before.
It's a police badge, detective.
Oh, hey, I have the exact same thing actually. What coin? He didn't.
Let's take a look inside.
Okie dokie.
Mr. Buddy Faith.
Hmm.
It would appear that our victim was a detective just like you. According to this
Detective
badge and
Buddy.
ID, yeah, Buddy Faith was a detective.
I forgot.
Seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, Dasher, this is the puzzle part.
I don't
Oh,
believe
boy.
it. I packed those files on the shelf so tight that not even an earthquake could make them fall off. But just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the file won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all.
Problem, to be sure. Well, once the investigation's over, we'll put them back up on the shelf.
Oh.
Yeah, Edgeworth is still scared of earthquakes. Let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area.
This looks like a bullet pass clean through his stomach area, sir.
In other words, he was shot.
Yep, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that.
Please have the body sent to the morgue once they are done processing the crime scene. Bullet went clean through the victim's abdomen. The body was found at around 2:05 a.m.
Write it down.
Write it down in my organizer.
Are you going to be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir?
Of course, this is the safest way I know to keep track of it all.
Alright, if you say so, sir.
Oh boy, what that will chose turkey of all people.
I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have to press E to open my organizer. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. I always use my BlackBerry. I can imagine that's what Edgeworth would be using.
Yeah.
Still using a BlackBerry even this day.
You know. Oh boy.
Yeah, go ahead, Vest.
I'm not so sure if I'm confident with Sergio as Gumshoe.
Well, who would you? I mean, if you'd like someone like I think DP just said, "Hey, voice someone," because he didn't know where else to go with. But like, yeah, if you want someone else to do Dick Gumshoe, I can understand.
I
Yeah.
can give it a shot because the voice that that DP was giving him was kind of close to a voice I used.
Oh,
There we
Right
go.
about time.
DP, are you okay?
Considering we can't hear him, maybe
Depends.
not.
Okay.
What?
All right.
Okay.
So,
Am I coming in
Oh.
damn it, it's still
What?
happening.
clear?
What's going on in your area?
It's
Is it like
winter.
I-
storming
no.
or something?
Hmm.
No, it's all clear and whatnot. But what's weird is that I just did a little mini test, and like I came in clear. So whatever audio issue, it's coming as a result of Discord connecting to you.
Well,
I think,
at least
you need to-
it's a bit shorter.
Okay, we'll give it a shot. All right, so we saw the body. We're doing logic now. All right, the killer's goal. A victim was a detective, so we know those two should connect. I can't see a clear connection between these two pieces of information. I can't use these two things together.
No, you can't.
Okay.
The revolver.
Revolver.
Yeah, the revolver and the
detective.
victim was a detective. Yes, that makes sense because all detectives use those revolvers. Yes.
Absolutely.
Woohoo! The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed?
Could be.
Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time?
Yeah, sure.
Oh no, wait a minute.
On it now,
let's
sir.
see if DP can say this.
Yes, sir. On it now, sir.
Okay.
Good.
Oh no.
Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What have we got
Oh, dang it.
You know
here?
what?
Hey, I never got
Good
this in
enough.
my life. And let's see. What else? Mr. Ashworth, sir. This guy's wearing a gun holster.
So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him.
Something else I'd say is maybe it's your volume.
Oh, like you're breaking?
Maybe
Yeah.
you're breaking your volume on accident. Maybe you're being too loud.
It can be assumed that this gun is the murder weapon. It was issued to the victim. Victim's revolver data jotted down in my organizer. Well, let's see what else we can find out about this revolver.
Okay.
It
As I
has
always
6 chambers. As I always say, you've gotta look really carefully at each piece of evidence, especially when you're working on the Nintendo 3DS. You can use the up, down, left, right, left arrows to rotate the object, and there's no such thing as a bad angle. Oh god, did it come in that bad? Use the Q and E to zoom in and out to get a nitty gritty. Oh no, wait, get at the nitty gritty. Sorry, my thumb covered
So
it.
what I like is that basically they're taking a lot of cues from episode 5 from the first game.
Well, from Paul
The
Jones,
last movie.
that is.
Well, no, I meant like remember like with the forensic stuff that Phoenix was doing in that case.
Yeah.
Looks like the only it looks like
chambers.
it looks like only one round was fired from this.
Wow, so the killer killed the victim with one shot after wrestling the gun from him. Could it be that JR killed JR? If you got that, bonus points. Sounds
Well,
like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
We have no proof for now, but that's a distinct possibility.
Give me one, gentlemen. I'll be
Yep.
right back.
Oh, that's okay. This is
Understood.
This. Actually,
So
let's-
You know what?
Let's-
You know what's
and
funny is
let's
that
click
we know
on
that
all
there's
other-
something. We know that there's something behind the Vic, but it's just like they won't let us see it yet because there's something written in blood behind him.
No, it's a timed event. It's a timed event.
Of course.
Oh, let me guess. It's gonna say
Order of
Gumshoe.
operations.
Yeah.
Can't go.
Let's just give this body a once over. There's blood all over his lower abdomen area. Yeah. Sturgio said that line.
Through his stomach area, sir.
In other words, he was shot.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so we're just retreading
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that.
Please have the body sent to the morgue.
Come
once
on,
they're done
game. Allow us to
processing crime
click
scene.
other things.
Nope. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, the victim's badge. It probably fell out of his pocket during the struggle.
Can you click on any of the books on the shelves?
Well, I always take extra care to make sure mine doesn't fall out of my pocket, sir. Now, through my pocket is another matter.
Oh.
I always have it down at the bottom of one of my super deep pockets, without fail.
Is it
carry
possible
2 liter
that he
bottles in
has
here.
never taken his tattered coat to the cleaners?
Ew. Can you click on any of the books? Sir?
Man, who has time for that? I only managed to... Your files are all over the floor.
Sir.
They
Sure.
probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. My files are a mess, pointing to the struggle between the victim and the killer. Oh, good.
Can we click behind the victim now? I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just renders all of that hard work moot. Oh, time and effort I've put in pointless.
I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room.
Well, I watered the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just figured. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day, every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Can you tell
Does he have a life?
how badly it's lagging on my end? Sadly, not
That's
anymore.
not all we're going to find out. We should send the body to...
Dude, that's you.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Jim!
Whoa! Ow!
Why, oh why? How could this have happened to a guy like you?
We will
Are you alright?
ignore the
Don't
POV.
touch me! Leave me alone! Just let me be!
Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body.
The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh! Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night.
I mean, at this point, he is a lump of flesh. Sure, just in a blood-stained suit, pal.
Where are my manners?
Aren't
the
you
door.
that prosecutor?
Why, yes I am. I'm Jacques Portman, prosecutor.
Jacques Portman.
Jocks, Portman, Portsmouth, yeah, whatever.
I won an Olympic gold medal.
What are you talking about?
Weirdly enough, not the most ridiculous name that we'll come across.
Jim here was my partner in crime busting.
I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I am also prosecutor. Sporticus.
Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir.
So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office.
Yes, that is correct.
Then it was you! You're the one who killed Jim!
Hey, don't go jumping around to conclusions, pal. Just wait until the
Just wait until...
court case, okay?
Until the portal comes out and sucks DP into it.
Ah, darn it. I said, just wait until
Damn it.
And the portal
the court
started up
case,
again.
okay? Meh.
Alright, go to the next one, Vess.
Meh.
I will not! I know how things work around here!
No, you don't.
High prosecutors' office doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has the key to his or her door.
That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on business trip on his whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay, Buster?
Uh-oh.
So the only one who could
God.
have,
What are you
who
doing?
could get in here was me. Oh, thankfully, I do have the receipt from the sandwich shop that proves that I was not here for the time of the murder.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Oh, Gumshoe, you're so fired.
Oh, come on, at least allow me to have some freedom. Wait, that means I'm not... Actually, wait, I'm not... Oh, no, wait, I'm not sure what that means. Oh, wait,
So
I put a
was
4
you
into
then?
intelligence.
You're
Darn it,
Jim's killer!
cheat. No way, pal. You've got it all wrong.
Everyone
No,
calm
yeah,
down.
Holy shit.
Mr. Portsman, correct? If you are a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions?
Oh, boy.
Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer, though, Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know.
It's pronounced Guinness.
Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? How about a handshake to seal the deal?
No.
A pleasure to work with you.
Does he aggravate me?
You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all.
Oh, really? Thanks. I appreciate it. Thank you, I intend to.
I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there!
Sir.
Oh, sorry, that was
So,
Okay, now we get to investigate. Get over there.
I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim.
Well, that's also because forensics, yeah, they usually have cameras, and/or they will have video cameras. I should probably give them some space.
I
Alright.
hope you
Walk
guys
out the
like
room,
the
then.
sort of... I hope you guys like the sort of theatrical voice I'm giving him.
Oh,
I am enjoying it.
Well, I've been taking your tips to heart, Supa, as you see how I've been able to do my lines.
Which
I hope
tips?
it's working. Was it?
Which tips specifically?
Remember, you said to talk unless there's ellipses, talk as though it's one long sentence.
I did.
Yeah, no pauses. Yeah, you mentioned that to me when we were
Yeah,
during
pause
sponsor.
a little between things.
Yeah.
Not talk like it is one long sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get it just right. So again, this is what the time. Oh,
Ah, your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor?
it must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round.
So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? Barbarian.
he got
They dare to shoot the ultra special jacket
Oh dear.
that you made your Oh, hold on. I'm not familiar with that word.
Prosecutorial.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's how you say that.
Prosecutorial debut in? What if they shot through it? It would have been a disaster.
It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here. And besides, if we're... You remember that first trial. I kind of try not to remember what happened during that then.
Was it his first trial, the one with
Yeah,
Tony?
yeah, the
or-
one, where Terry
Terry,
Falls,
that's his name.
yeah, did himself
Why
in.
do you think his name is Tony?
Terry Falls.
Okay,
Tear
yeah.
Falls. Tear Falls.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
God.
this is not gonna be the this is not gonna be the only time we see him in this attire, okay?
But you know what? That makes sense now, because if he never took his thing to laundromat, it originally was brown, then over time it just turned green because he never got it dry cleaned.
Ew. Why think about those things? Why?
Well, Edgeworth said it
Well,
himself.
I mean,
He
we
didn't-
have
he didn't-
established
He never went to the dry cleaners. That's why he never loses his badge.
Hey, pal, go get your stuff dry cleaned, will ya?
Okay.
Heck, I even stated at the end of the third game that a jacket's not a policeman's
Jesus.
jacket unless it's all grimy and dirty. Okay,
We-
my
we-
actual words. You can look back at the VOD whenever VaStar posts.
Yes, Vest?
yeah, we actually look at the history this time around.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he does
Something
say
that I
it doesn't
wish
look
he-
like he ever dry cleaned it. He did say Edgeworth did say that at one point.
Something that I kind of wish that the first trilogy had, but oh well.
Okay. Oh, all right, okay.
Like what?
I take it you haven't noticed it yet, Detective? There's a giant contradiction right in front of us.
Oh, I know.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, really?
Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me.
We're talking.
Starting to sound like him. But I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. This is it. The bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it and press T with conviction. Objection. When I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things.
I rolled some jump.
Eureka! This bullet hole is
Get
the
used to the new
contradiction.
soundbite. Oh, you mean that the bullet shot this?
It's elementary, my dear Watson. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim. And the second felled this frame.
Hey, that's right.
However, this gun was only fired once.
Ah, so that means this is a fresh gun. So that means that the 2 bullets should not be in relation to each other due to how the gun barrel works.
I swear, at this point, Gumshoe feels
Hey,
like
I
one of
do
the...
my homework sometimes. Don't
No,
look at me
I'm
that way.
just saying, Vass, it swears that Gumshoe at this point feels like one of the detectives from Detective Conan all of a sudden. He has to be explained to it by somebody else. Yeah.
You just hit me with a wave of nostalgia.
Oh yeah, I love Detective
Yeah.
Conan. Yeah, I love Detective Conan.
Although it is a trope that does, get rating if it's used incorrectly.
True. Alright, so, Gumshoe.
Hey, that's true, too.
Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? Other than the victim's gun that I found. You gotta let me finish. You gotta let me read those things, Vass.
At least we have history to, go back.
Yeah,
and
because like I always because we always read we always we always narrated the notes. All right.
I think Baz is just really excited.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about that.
All right.
Well,
Gumshoe.
by the way, hey, I noticed something, sir.
Yes.
Did you ever get that safe installed behind the frame?
Don't go jumping the gun every single time. Always stay stick to the
Oh, come on.
dialogue.
Come on. We're all thinking it.
Yeah,
What's
I
that
have-
thing sticking out from behind the frame?
Ah, that it's a secret safe.
Oh, a secret safe. Does it have money inside? Can I smell the money?
Now you're going off topic again.
No, it's not.
No, he's actually.
Yeah, he said, no, do I smell money? He's like, no, you can't have any.
Hey, we'll have to
I'll
fix
spare
it.
us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way.
Come on, no gold bars.
Or anything
Roger
else,
that.
check. Come see. Sorry.
Talk about dusty. Man, had I known about this, I would have cleaned this up during the weekend as well.
Yeah, you never touched it. I suppose that what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while.
I had no idea there was a safe here. Or I had kept it clean for you, sir. So when did you put in this secret safe?
It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one.
Really? I had no idea. Then again,
Well,
I
we're-
only ever come to
Well, only prosecutors are supposed to
This
have
one.
knowledge of their existence, not to mention we are near a police station, so it makes sense.
So, what's inside the safe, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, sorry.
Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session.
That's it? Yeah, talk about squashing crushing my hopes and dreams. I was half
Secret safe.
expecting
Each
soup to put
prosecutor
in a squish
has
sound.
one in their office. Only they know of them. Trial evidence use. Secret safe data jotted down in my BlackBerry. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Again.
No, this is odd.
Yeah, found something, sir?
This keypad. Don't you find it a bit too clean?
Well, I mean, if we were going off of the DS, then no, but because it's been nicely cleaned up, yes. Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself.
That mine.
You there, the forensic scientist.
What? Sir?
No, Sircon. That's Sircon.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Could you please dust this area for fingerprints?
Got it, sir.
Oh, Derp, I thought, my apologies. I couldn't find let alone let a
It
single
happens.
print. Looks like it was wiped down well.
Google?
All the fingerprints on this have been wiped clean off. Secret safe data updated to my alerts. Only they know of them. Prints were wiped. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly play connect the dots with the information we have.
Okay.
Alright. Let's connect
I
the
think
dots.
just down save. It's big brain time.
Oh no, the killer's goal? Maybe? No, yeah, that was right. I believe I figured out what the murderer was after.
Something is... Yeah, what was that, Doc?
Oh, it's
You
waiting
there,
for
bud?
DP. Unless DP's lagging again. Oopsie
I
doopsie.
think...
No, I've
I mean, it sure sounds
I
like
have
he's
been
lying.
DM'd of worryment of another user. Dang it. Well, what is it, sir?
The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe. Making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. The culprit tried to open my safe. What was the killer's motive, though? I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other piece of information can tell me about this crime.
Oh, it's like,
Another handgun, motive theft, maybe?
Maybe.
big brain moment. Think.
Absolutely.
No.
Nope. Not exactly
I mean-
a shining example of the perfect line of logic.
Alright,
I
let's
mean, it
try.
makes more sense for a science
It's not a struggle.
Yeah, I was
to
gonna
struggle
say.
and another gun.
Yeah.
And see, this is what I meant, Dasher, about that whole Sierra logic stuff going on, though. Alright, what would Roberta Williams do?
Make it more
Motive
complicated.
What sign is it? Let's see. Cause of a struggle and another handgun. Could that be it?
Nope.
Nope.
I can't see a connection here.
Okay, so time to keep investigating.
Oh, there we
Yes.
go.
There's a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer.
The lag. The lag.
Again, I'm trying to
No worries, DB.
contact about
Yeah.
something a little more serious. But you
Okay.
mean it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir?
Precisely.
I
We need
hope
to
I
figure
came
out
in
if-
right.
Yes, you did. Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna shelve files like you have never seen before, even out of the
Sure.
library.
Let's give that a try. Super.
Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Miss Worth.
Sir, why are you filling up his leg?
No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth.
A running follow point through this series.
And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth?
First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place.
You got it. Here, let me help. DP?
Well, don't you know, Super? Reading isn't hard when you got a library card.
Oh my god.
Yeah, give
Author.
DP a moment.
Hang on.
So the file goes here. That book goes there. Oh, sorry.
You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office.
It's because I am the
Just making sure you're there. Sorry.
volunteer butler for this room for the weekend. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay, and done.
Oh, hello.
Hey, wait a minute.
It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here.
Yeah, the blood stain on the bookshelves are going to take forever to clean. I mean, are still fresh.
I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf.
And then the guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out. Oh, hey, look, it kind of looks like a caddy.
Detective, I don't have time to deal with your weak stomach right now.
Nerd. But you know I'm no good with blood. Sir, actually, technically, this is the first time I've ever admitted it, so I'm not too sure about other
Certain
cases.
there's something wrong with this picture.
It's the bullet hole.
You. Definitely
Yeah,
is.
the bullet hole.
Oh my goodness.
So- This is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? It looks kind of low.
The bullets we lodged squarely in a file span. Indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred.
And I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way.
It appears that the victim was in a sitting position here after being shot.
Oh, so that's why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it.
That would be the logical conclusion.
The victim's handprints.
He must have tried to support himself with his hands after being shot.
There are prints on the floor, too.
Those must have been made when unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor. What about the victim's body?
I put them all back just as they should be, sir. Doesn't look like anything's missing.
Although it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. I wonder if they found out what they were looking for. The killer moved the body because it was leaning against the bookshelf.
The blood on the guy's pants proves that pretty well, sir.
In a sense, I suppose.
I see. I'm not completely useless, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. We got that.
The hand. Let's look at the hand.
No, we already did that one.
Mortis. No.
Yes, I figured. Yeah, I figured that too, Soups. Because yeah, you've got your Rampa logic. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
VicTubers were wrong.
It's clearly where the contradiction lies.
I don't really see what's so wrong with that spot.
You don't understand. You see, therein lies the contradiction.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, it'd be nice if you just admit when you're wrong.
That wasn't a mistake. That was me keeping you on your toes, Detective.
Oh, sorry. The state has actually removed my toes, sir.
I think we're on the right line of. Oh, I now.
Yeah,
found,
it's
like,
got to be about that because the Edgeworth said there's a contradiction with the bullet hole.
Yeah,
but
so.
It's just another piece of evidence we have.
I mean, wouldn't it make sense?
Crime scene. Let's try the crime scene.
Yeah, crime scene notes.
It would make a lot.
Okay.
There's clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole. Alright.
What do you mean, sir?
You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up.
And then I cooked the vegetables to... Oh, wait. But what if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir?
That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot. Which suggests that he was standing when he was shot.
And that means... what exactly does that mean, sir? Explain to me.
It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, Detective. In any case, it means someone made a false assumption. And it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is this faulty assumption that caused the problem with the bullet hole's position?
The position of the body, right? What?
Yeah.
No, it has to be the order of the files because why? If it's the order, think about it. Think about it.
I mean, we've
Why would
stated that the
if he was
bullet
shot in
hole's
the
too low.
abdomen, if he was shot in the abdomen, it would only make sense that it would be in the upper to middle region. The order of the files. So that means that someone, we know who it is, but basically someone had to reorganize.
Oh yeah, I mean that's tradition.
Off the wrong trail, so it's the order of the files.
I believe the order of the files is a bit off.
Actually, they have files.
Oh, it is because you see 0,
Yeah,
1,
sorry.
2, 3. It is.
See.
Because the zeros should be up there. You notice that, Vass?
Yeah.
See, 0, 1, 2, 3. It does. Yeah, the order of the files are not right.
You mean I put them in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir.
Yeah, good for catching that, Sircon. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. You see how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those doing all the way down there after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird.
Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. They are exactly as I see them in my mind's eye.
But the numbers are all out of order.
Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha, so that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumptions as you just did, Detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out. Yep, there you go.
Do you think it'd be okay to prop it back up to how it was before it moved?
They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Hold on, gentlemen. I'll be right back.
If you
My
please,
internet's acting funky, so...
Yeah. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith.
And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess?
Exactly, and then proceeded to shoot the victim.
But why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time?
Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime, but why? The culprit rearranged my files twice, once before and once after the murder. Why? Now, the crime scene as it is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look. Uh-oh.
Leon...
This...
What is that?
Sorry.
Why does it say gum soul in there in blood?
no, I think it's shoe gum.
Oh,
Oh,
man, those are always annoying. I can never find the right penny for the job.
Super.
Oops.
Sorry. I'd say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence.
Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed. Gumshoe's in trouble.
DP.
No, wait, there's got to be some mistake. Mr. Wright, I mean, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me. Say something, sir.
It appears that one of my files was stolen.
Is that all, sir? Is the life of your best detective that helped you that little? What about me and my situation?
Who are you? Is this what the killer was really after? I don't know this guy.
I knew I should have hung out with Wright more.
Stolen file. One of the files that were written upon this blood was stolen by the culprit. Jotted down in my BlackBerry. Investigation complete.
Yeah.
Got my life back.
And now for more narrative shenanigans.
Looks
Super.
like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party.
If you're going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up.
Jim's words. They're more than enough, wouldn't you say?
If that's how you want to play it. then at least allow me to understand your reasoning.
You got it.
I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. And there must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're about to go into a scripted loss. What are you going to do?
Who are you again? What I always do in court. I'm going to cross-examine him.
Okay, I think we've...
One way or another, I'll expose the flaw
What
in
do
this
you mean
logic.
what you always do? That's the defense's job.
Yeah, I say like, wait a minute, hold it.
Well,
Yeah,
remember,
it's not
Edgeworth did get
exclusive
to...
to you, sir.
Well, no, Edgeworth did get to play attorney in the last game, so that kind of true.
That is, yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, although technically, if we're going by timeline,
This is after Ace
this
Attorney.
does take place before we gave you the... Yeah.
This is after Trials of Tribulation, so this makes sense. So Edgeworth did get to play attorney at one point.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's keep going.
Alright.
Did you already say one?
Yep. One way that exposes flaw in his logic in this technique.
Whoa! How'd you do that? Can you explain to me, sir, how the
Maybe some other time.
background's all black around us?
Mr. Portsman, if you are ready.
Well, you don't... If you don't have time, you could have just said it out loud,
He
sir.
literally is just ignoring him as best as possible. Mr. Portsman's logic.
Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in the front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice.
You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer.
You can hear Jim's voice and he's calling for his killer's arrest.
Are you sure that you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Sportsman? There's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence.
Here goes something.
Rebuttal.
Okay, so we're gonna
We
This
have
one's
to press
easy.
everything.
Actually, no, this one's very easy, because think about it. He said, well, let's read the statements one more time.
Stole Jim's gun from baby shot.
From him and shot him dead. Further, you messed the files to make it look like he committed theft instead. Skip. I think that's when you moved Jim's body. Thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters. Yep. I think we need to present. My gut is something that we need to present either the crime scene or the stolen file. Let's go with stolen
I
file.
mean, you could also argue that why would he have to steal his gun when detectives are all to shoot a gun like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that
But then again, we remember that we heard that there was one shot fired into the detective, and then there was one shot fired into the wall.
stolen file.
Okay, so is that's your final answer?
But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Objection! Can I phone a friend?
Okay.
Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Sportsman, I was gonna say Mr. Sportsman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic.
Nani?
I mean, that's
Bringing
the
a bit of the
point.
courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game.
I can't help but find it odd.
Excuse me?
Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office.
But what are you talking about? Oh, you're joking, I get it.
If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not me, I direct your attention to the missing file.
What? That's impossible!
What's impossible, sportsman?
Nothing.
The files on the shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines.
Objection!
It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder!
I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detective's name where the file should be is proof.
Finally, Discord has displayed what's on the screen. Yeah, I mean, the S is gone. And there's only half an H.
That Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case. I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood.
I did a massive gasp, I don't know if you heard that.
I did.
We heard.
Yeah.
I heard half of that. Besides, I write in Roman numerals, which means what exactly? What does that make his dying message?
It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene.
That's so low. I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. I'm gonna get him good. You'll see. I'm gonna have them under arrest in no time.
Gumshoe? No.
Well,
Down the gun.
Mr. Sporticus,
Brilliant! Absolutely splendid! Logic deserving of Olympic gold!
I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed.
You win some and you lose some, that's how life goes.
I mean, I'm not doubting everybody's so cheery, but isn't it a little awkward that that I feel more dead than alive?
Yes, Gumshoe. It's not awkward.
Sorry, I guess I went a bit loud there.
Oh, yeah.
Either that or Discord's starting to mess up on my end.
Yeah.
Hope not.
Discord hates us trying to do Ace Attorney for some reason.
Apparently! But you know, it really is a shame.
Yep.
I really didn't want to have to bring this up. However...
What is it this time? What? Are you still after me, pal? Let's throw hands if that's the case.
Who has the key to this office?
Hey, you can't use that. I have only revealed that not too long ago. That would have been me. But Mr. Edgeworth just proved I'm innocent of that angle, pal.
Oh.
Can you tell that he's also a showboat?
That's absolutely right! And I acknowledge your innocence.
Why do I sense that you still have something to say?
Well, I was thinking. Did you know there is one other person with a key to this?
One other person.
Hey, you there!
Who wants to do the officer?
Sir?
I'd say... Okay.
What is it, sir?
Why do you always have to give them the whiny voice?
I just think it would be funny.
No.
Unless you want a more serious voice for the police, I can, but I just think it's funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would.
Alright.
Hold on, what'd you say, boss?
Let's keep going.
Let's just keep going.
Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me?
A lady.
The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness.
Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal. Don't.
What's wrong with him all?
Dude. Okay.
Oh, Maggie.
Oh, yeah.
I believe she needs no introduction. I have called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security.
Oh. Blue Badger!
Detective Gumshoe, sir.
All the simp.
She's adorable.
She is.
She really likes the Blue Badger.
Maggie!
Meryl.
Snake!
Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight.
No machine.
I see, and your point is...
My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in the building.
What?
If you
Sorry
are
if I
not
cut out there.
Party Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird.
So he must look good.
How dare you! I would never send you to someone's room.
Does she have actual feathers in her pocket, or are those like an...
Yeah, because it's part of her
Yeah.
motif, Maggie Bird.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also, you cut out in the middle. Also, you cut out in the middle there, VaStar.
Yeah.
That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's a
And then you
three-time culprit, pal.
It's the four of us.
I mean, let's go back to me. That seemed to have been working pretty well. Yeah, that's right. I did it. Hey, Sircon called it on the money about having major simp energy.
We're having a real Robo Shoe, aka Robo Pool moment here. Jesus Christ!
Yep.
Wow.
But it's not intentional.
I
We know,
I'm
we know,
supposed to
we
be
know.
laughing, but it's just like.
I know that would make it better. I'm sorry, Dad, to do this, but
Hey there, Vix. And would
there we go.
yeah,
Wait.
Vix is pointing out a good option. Wouldn't
Yeah.
it be the chief prosecutor?
Yeah, but there are no chief prosecutors at the moment until
remember,
until. Well, let's just say for another time.
Justice. Yeah, apologize.
Okay. Nah, that's.
Can we take that as a confession, Detective?
Well, it wasn't really me, but I need to delay the accusations till Mr. Edgeworth gets something, pal. So, yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with that, right?
Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics.
He's not thinking right now.
Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here.
Can you just stop flipping around with his jacket?
I know, right?
That
Yeah.
girl is the only one who could have committed the crime. And for one simple reason.
You're a prosecutor.
Okay, here we go.
Reason for suspicion.
It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master.
Key.
I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message.
So you're saying she used the master key?
Okay.
This can open every office door. Its use is controlled by the security staff. Added to my BlackBerry.
Oh. But by the way, I've also like changed Deadpool for a moment.
What, Vaz?
Yeah,
You kind of cut out there.
I also changed Deadpool for a moment.
Okay. You know, I think you're also like you might have to check your audio levels
He's
too.
having a
Vaz,
little bit of a problem right
you
now.
might be breaking.
What?
No.
Maybe
That used to only be me, and now all of a sudden I'm
No,
not. I'm the
you're-
one that doesn't have those issues anymore.
what?
Oh, God.
Well, on my end, you're all cutting out. So, like, I think
well,
this is very clearly a Discord issue.
yeah,
Pretty much.
pretty much. I think
It's just that I happen to draw the short stick out of everyone.
probably as well. But
We're gonna have to boost the server. Dang it.
no, I'm not sure boosting.
Well,
would-
from what I've understand, boosting the server doesn't actually boost the signal strength.
Okay,
Oh,
okay. Go ahead, Suba.
Incredibly incriminating evidence. Wouldn't you say?
That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well.
That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally.
What?
It's all about your reflexes and reaction. Especially for an athlete like me.
Oh, he was a tennis player. Okay. I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. Seems that the only way to get Mr. Sportsman to give me more details is to press him.
Hey, should we,
Rebuttal.
all right, should we press all the statements, or do you have a statement in mind?
Pretty obvious snuck into your room using
Let's
the
start
master
with a
key.
safe option and just press him on this statement.
Yeah.
Hold it!
Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key?
There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird?
That's true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir.
Wasn't able to. What's that supposed to mean?
Yes, moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated.
What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to
Oy.
say now.
But you can't really trust her to not tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time.
Should I hear Miss Bird out? Ask for more
Yes,
details.
ask for more details.
Not so fast. I too am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say.
Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her.
If you hate
I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please.
wasting time, why are you still here,
I
postman?
discovered that the master key was busy at around 1 a.m., sir.
What do you mean by missing?
As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it.
Mr. Sportsman, I believe this is to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? Don't you?
I can't believe someone like you would be taken in by such words.
I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know, why do you have the master key now?
I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir.
A likely story. And where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again.
I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappeared, then it's usually because someone stole it.
Yeah, pal, trust me. You don't want to test how bad her luck is.
Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive.
Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth.
But you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office.
That's it.
Whoop.
Dash.
Dasher,
Dash, look out!
hang on, I
What?
got this.
Look out!
Soup says that he got it.
I'm trying to. I apparently can't move him down to Dasher is sleeping.
Oh, I think only Vas can do that.
Oh.
Did something happen?
It's good.
Dang it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you might want to try and give me those privileges occasionally,
Yeah.
Baz. Sorry.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, it would be helpful. Actually sleeping.
Her motive, didn't we already establish that it was theft?
Oh, right, but I wait, I already did have like see.
Oh my gosh. Vas,
Yeah,
did you
okay.
check no mic?
This is the flaw in his reasoning right here.
What did you do?
No, check no mic.
Oh
Sergio
goddamn!
did that.
I love it, Sturkio.
I don't get what's going on.
Oh, look at no mic. It's actually.
Yeah, Sturkio did an edit.
I don't see it.
That's a no mic.
No, I'm saying like I don't see what changed in the edit.
Look at Gumshoe's face. Look at it very carefully.
You see the anger marks, and the red eyes.
And
The subtle stress on it on
the seething of rage.
Yeah, that's not
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, that wasn't in the game yet. Capcom would never allow Gumshoe to look like that.
Hmm.
Oh, I love doing this.
But I already said my line, Baz. We can go.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Excuse you. I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe.
As this Mr. Pottsman says. Mr. Pottsman says, Detective. Yeah.
I'm a little teapot short in stout.
No, Potsdam, like from Harvester. You always were a kidder, Edgeworth. My meat. I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own.
Send me a right jab of such a punch and nut.
Okay, hold it.
Press 'em.
Hold it!
I concur that the culprit's motive appears to have been thievery. However... Hey, Dasher.
Is everything now fixed, Asher?
I thought it lost my wallet.
Uh-oh.
Ah.
Oh no.
I found it. So
Okay.
Glad to hear that the great Miles Edgeworth is in. I really don't
sorry
like
you
that
cut
he
out there,
keeps doing
Super.
that. What part did I cut out on?
Glad
Little mate.
to hear that the great Miles Edgeworth, and then, yeah.
Glad to hear that the great Miles Edgeworth is in agreement with Did I cut off again? Because it looked like
Yeah.
Discord did.
Yes,
Yeah, you
you
did.
did.
Okay,
Yeah,
it is
Discord
really
is just-
looking like it might be it.
Yeah, Discord is
Yeah,
shitting the
right.
bricks tonight.
Wow.
However, with regard to the
Very.
investigation of the bookshelves and safe,
I'm just quickly taking a look at the Discord status. Hey, good thinking. Asking for my opinion on the matter.
yeah.
would it be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence?
I think we need to go back to the previous statement and present evidence because think about it. The intent. If she had the intent to, even if she had the intent to whatchamacallit, steal from Edgeworth, she would not know the safe code.
Okay. Right. So let's see. Okay.
I'm gonna just real quick. One of my friends sent this. I'm just gonna put this in a culture talk for you folks.
What?
Excuse me.
So I just checked the various down detector looking things I got.
Mhm.
Seems like Discord's been up and down all day,
Uh-oh.
as well as all week.
Just for why you do this to us.
That would explain
as
things
of
in my server.
As of right now, there have been over 30 separate reports of problem. And the most,
Oh,
and the most
wow.
reported one being 51% being server connection.
Oh.
Meaning it's been 100% server stuff.
Oh, and Sturkio, did you see what I put in Culture Talk?
Let me see. Oh yeah, I heard of it. Oh,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
if you guys are wondering, Pokemon has teamed up with Aardman Animations of the Wallace and Gromit fame to do an animation.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
sweet.
excited to see it.
Gromit!
There's no rules against the Pokemon,
It's just
Gromit.
crackers.
Okay,
Sorry.
so
Okay, well, we know from the secret safe that someone was trying to fiddle with it because the fingerprints were wiped.
Mhm.
there we go.
Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something?
Why not? It's the truth after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion.
New way.
Huh?
That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe. The existence of which is only privy to prosecutors.
Ah!
I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan.
But she could have found it by accident
No
while she was
heinies.
turning everything else upside down.
No.
I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted.
I guess I went too loud.
Yeah, just
Uh-oh.
a tad.
Yeah, there you go.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Let up this
even
back.
I didn't know about that safe, pal, until today. And that means that there's no way he could have known about it either.
I think I might have gotten knocked out of the call for a second because I got
Oh.
knocked out of the stream.
Yeah, no, that is Discord. That's entirely Discord.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
God.
Before I get to my
thankfully
line,
thankfully it's
I
not-
just want to quickly ask. Hey Vix, if you're still in chat, have you been having issues in Discord too? Because I know you're pretty active. Please let us know in the stream chat if you've been having problems too.
Not in voice chats.
Then, are you proposing?
Best.
Okay.
That the killer is a prosecutor?
Interesting conclusion. That's definitely
I
looking
mean,
more
if the
and more
glove
probable.
fits.
Where?
More like if the metal fits.
I read that one, Best. It's chocolate. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now?
Oh no, it's all metal, sir.
Curses! Why? What made you?
Why so angry all of a sudden?
It's all my fault.
What do you mean?
Are you admitting guilt?
It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes.
What did you just say?
We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, I know. I had only
you
just told him
skipped me.
too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him.
If you're a prosecutor, wow.
I still can't quite believe it. The thief who broke into your room was probably Jim.
Always claiming the victim was the thief.
And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird.
Excuse me?
That's
I
awkward.
mean, you are a security guard, right?
So
That's
far,
your
the
job.
narrative has become a sailor's knot.
But killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession.
What the? You're still accusing Maggie of murder? But
Yes and no. I mean,
This
she
time of a
had
different variety?
stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it?
No, I couldn't. I couldn't do something like that. Not even a security guard, sir.
plus, even if she was the thief,
He was there.
he wouldn't have had a key to this office. I thought I said he.
Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say?
Oh wow, that did not translate it.
Oh boy.
The redrawing right there.
Those fingers do not look right.
AI
As
is
well
all
as that face.
I was gonna, dude, that hand looks AI made.
Man, that
It really does.
somebody. This looks like a rush job, if anything.
I mean, to be fair, it is just one scene, but like, damn.
Here's the thing, you have to remember that the original
DS.
wouldn't have that same level of quality, so they were ostensibly just tracing over it.
Yeah, pixels.
Still,
It was
looks
Jim
like
who
a
stole the
bunch-
master key.
Yeah, and it shows.
Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us, unless... Well, unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him!
Mr. Sportsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief?
I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense.
He has no honor.
He wasn't born with it, sir.
Now then, I
Turns
think
out
we're
it's
done
zero.
here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out?
You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Ah, but I'm the one who's been assigned to this case.
Since when?
You're all suspects to varying degrees, and therefore ineligible to run this show.
Listen, pal. How many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit.
Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself.
But, sir.
We have no choice but to accommodate his request. For now.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful.
Mark my words, Mr. Sportsman, we will meet again.
If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now don't disappoint me, you hear?
I hate him.
We
To
continue.
be continued.
Oh,
He annoys me, and I hate him.
Oh boy.
Oh, trust me. Likewise.
Next time,
Uh,
now, on Ace Attorney's Quest. March 4th. Floor 18, Prosecutor's Building, 12th floor hallway. Basketball.
what's with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unforgivable.
Please maintain your professionalism, Detective.
But I wasn't initiating any of that. I'm going to find me some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocent. You'll see, sir. You'll all
But we've been kicked out of the
see.
crime scene, sir.
True. So then, what now?
Looks like my life's falling yet another gigantic ditch.
Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway.
Eh? Really, sir?
For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the Master Key. In that case, this hallway is a perfect place to look for more information. Regarding the mystery surrounding my door.
Begin investigation.
Basketball.
Alright.
Mr. Edgeworth, talk to
Okay.
Oh, and basketball. Alright, make it a shot. What is a basketball doing here?
That's Mr. Portman's prized possession, sir. I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even foosball. I mean tennis.
Not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway.
I think I see a Winston Payne.
Oh, Dasher, there you go.
Dasher.
Yeah, this Dr.
I returned now.
Okay, hold on.
It looks like you're in quite a fix, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter.
We must
find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly. Post haste.
Sounds like there must be a case you got in your hands. If you ever feel lost, or need some advice, my door is always open.
How gracious. I will keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again?
I think
Okay.
not forgettable.
Yeah. What is a basketball hoop doing here?
Mr. Edgeworth, talk to me. Hey, didn't this used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago?
So when and why was it moved indoors?
I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently.
Drag it?
You heard me. I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it up itself.
All the way up to the 12th floor.
Oh crap!
Alright, let's talk to Maggie.
Man, you had to have seen him. He was
Wait,
jacked
what's
as all
this?
hell.
Oh, there's something underneath there. Why, it might be the missing file.
I think Gumshoe is physically or not.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious... It's...
Oh, isn't that one of the missing O series files, sir?
Oh! No doubt about it, the bloody letters mark it as clear day. There seem to be a few pages missing. Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind.
So, what are the zero files about, sir? I want to just say Dr. Wiley. I guess they've got something to do with something worth stealing in them. Huh?
Not particularly, it's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine.
Oh?
They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were.
Then that means the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, huh?
It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing.
Ah, that... content case. I wonder why anyone would really care about such an old case.
Can we talk to Maggie?
Yeah, let's talk to Maggie. Now, hold on.
I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case.
I've always been a big fan of the courtroom. But this is like a dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth.
No autographs, please. I can't let this change pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the Master Key. I should jog her memory by showing my notes for her. Have you ever met the victim before?
Well, I've seen him a couple of times before when I had to go to Mr. Portsman's office. Mr. Bates was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir. Okay.
EP?
DP's dead.
Wham, wham, wham.
Man, let's see if this might come up.
I think he's might having some libraries, something else.
Well,
so.
I'm gonna have to let Rowley take over for a moment.
Oh,
Right.
Go ahead, Rally.
Okay, Gumshoe.
Yeah.
yeah, he has to have it like that.
That sounds fun. Just once, I'd have loved to play with them.
It sounds fun, but the only place I ever taken a shot was Mr. Portsman. No, all Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir.
On second thought, I don't think I'd have fit in at all that well with them.
Maggie Bird. Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you are an acquaintance of the detective.
She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. Hell, one day she got caught up in a murder and things started going downhill, so she, quit, sir.
But I owe to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night.
You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct?
Oh, there he is.
So my Wi-Fi crashed.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Ah, heck.
Oof.
Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
That's relatable.
I feel at this point that's me.
Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the ninth floor part of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, got sick from all sorts of booze, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, now I've even been managed to name it a criminal, just like when I become a security guard. I forgot the past two times I said that.
A lot to go through in one lifetime, Blue Badger.
I know, and just when I thought I had finally found my happiness, I wound up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck.
I would like to state that we have the history button, so we don't need to ever worry about missing lines.
You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird, nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation.
Gumshoe, however, yeah, you probably need to worry about him.
Yeah, you kinda do. It's Gumshoe.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth. You can count on me. I'll do what I can to help.
Alright, we gotta present her with something.
Okay, the Master Key.
How do you know the Blue Badger? I want answers now!
I was a low security guard, so I'm not sure what I should do with that other than to guard it.
It's like talking to another gumshoe.
Oh,
Gun!
no.
Oh, yeah. So when did you discover that the Master Key was missing?
By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 a.m., sir. And I noticed it was back at 2:30 a.m. I was just sitting there on a ledge when this room reception window is. But I'm sure that between those 2 times, it was not just gone, but stolen, sir.
This key went missing from 1 a.m. and back at 2:30. Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place?
Yeah, it's not like that, sir. We always keep the key to further inside my room, away from the window.
Always, you say, except for this time, correct?
Well, I'll admit it. I admit I was a bit careless, but I have my reasons. Okay. I left it up because I was sort of using it at the time. But after I had to use it, I left it out sitting on the edge.
She used the master key.
Some serious, like, lack of
Yeah, some serious
lack of security.
The revolver. Oh, okay, so I should just
but
guard
this
this
is the standard of quality in the Ace Attorney series.
Okay.
Seriously, just the fact that she had the t-shirt, I'm floored away.
Gentlemen, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Sircon.
I'm being summoned, so I have to go for the night.
Oh.
If I come back later tonight, I'll let you know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We'll have someone cover for you if it's the forensics and the officer.
Alright, cool.
Okay, so, the safe. Let me try that.
Yeah, the safe. Okay, no.
Maybe the victim?
Okay, the victim.
Oh, you know, we can also, cause just like, regular, profiles too.
Okay. No, we
Present
can't.
a badge.
That's a prosecutor's badge, isn't it? It proves that you really are a prosecutor.
Interesting. Despite all appearances, she seems to know more than Gumshoe.
But that badge, even I could be a professional prosecutor. Sir, please, may I try that on, just for a little bit?
I don't think that would be a very good idea, do you?
No, I guess not.
On second thought, they're actually on the same level.
Okay,
Damn, and I was just this close to having Maggie Bird as my sidekick.
There it is.
Yeah. Use the master key?
You know, it occurs to me also that the prosecutor's badge is way cooler than the defender's badge.
Yes.
What was that?
Absolutely.
The prosecutor's badge is way cooler than the defense attorney's badge.
Well, I mean, we have.
Sorry, you're cutting.
I mean, we have actually established that basically defense attorneys and Ace Attorney are looked on pretty lowly, and prosecutors are considered the cream of the crop.
What did you mean by you used the master key?
Oh, I had to use the open door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. I mean, it's my job as security guard, right?
Can you keep the hat on, please? You look better.
Nah,
What is it?
that's right, I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portsmouth, sir.
What? Please tell me more. Quickly. Forgetful sportsman?
It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security, sir.
And that's when you loan the master key to him.
No way! It's against regulation to loan the master key out to anyone. I walked with Mr. Portman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir.
I see.
Okay.
Oh, just wait for DP.
And then what happened?
Good enough. Well,
What happened after that?
Well, he told me to come up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 a.m., I think.
So, in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight. This key was used to unlock Mr. Sportsman's office at 12 and 1:30.
Talk about suspicious.
I doubt you can say that you've never left your keys at home, Detective, or your ID card. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Sportsman's door. Alright.
Okay.
I mean, we've established that I only ever sleep at the police precinct
I won't
office.
rest until I've searched every suspicious looking nook and cranny. This door is locked tight.
Yeah, I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, eh, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is the office of a high prosecutor, Detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them.
Ah, so I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. Subtle wink and nudge for what's about to occur. Well, that must be who our culprit is.
I advise you return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from. And no, you're not accusing Catwoman.
So this is Gotham City.
Room 1203. I take it that this is Mr. Sportsman's office?
Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir. Oh, that reminds me. This woman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. But since you were all occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir.
So why was Mr. Sportsman so particular about getting room 1202?
I'm not sure, but I bet something like his birthday is December 2nd?
Ah, darn it, it's only December 11th.
Ouch.
Yep, that's gotta be it. I can't think of another reason why.
I can think of at least 3. Why am I even wasting time thinking about this? The basketball hoop?
Yep.
Look at that, he got his own picture. This mugshot.
It's evidence. It's Mr. Portman's personal basketball hoop.
Alright, stand back, Detective Gumshoe. I'm gonna make a 3-pointer. Kobe! I can't believe he put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office.
Nice shot.
But you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here.
This one thing has made me sure that this is not your office. How long have I had the same office and yet you still managed to get lost? Idiots!
It's all subliminal. It's all a subliminal space here.
A minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood.
Oh, it goes on for forever. See? Points down and can't even see the end. It's kind of majestic too. Fits in really well with the ambience of the prosecutor's office.
I'm sorry, DP, you're making me laugh every time you get caught like
Yeah,
that.
we find out the prosecutor's office is actually in Hilbert's Infinite Hotel.
It's not by intention. Yeah, that's what I was trying to go with. Even Mr. Postman seems dignified just because he works behind one of these.
Nonsense. A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works.
Well, I don't know. I feel there's so many people who would argue against that, sir. Well, he still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne.
No! Mr. Payne, I suppose custodial work can also be dignified. Yeah, wasn't he the janitor?
I thought I was up there.
No, but see then, you know, I say Edgeworth uses his logic and tells Detective Gumshoe, no, it's not an infinite hallway. If we went across behind that, it's not an infinite hallway because if the camera panned even more beyond that, then all that's going to happen is you just would see nothing but programming code.
Yep.
1202. These 4 numbers on a door alone.
That still technically counts as a little space there, Rugel. Anyway, whoops. Hey, Hey, these number plates slide right out, sir.
They have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know. Although the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of... I don't see any signs of forced entry.
Eerie. And according to the guard, no signs that the lock was picked either, sir.
Meaning that the door really was opened with a key. Jabin asked if any prints were lifted from the doorknob.
Apparently the doorknob was also wiped clean, sir. I've read my line.
Quite they think. Whoever this thief is, they did a good job of not leaving any clues behind. Yeah, minimalist, blah, blah, blah. No. Making it near impossible to break in by force. Could be as stately as that door. Only Gumshoe would praise a door as something greater than himself. Being a detective has its own rewards and a certain vicious ones. A potential that's a poignant trait that anyone can have. Right.
That's a long pause. Wasn't exactly reassuring there.
Okay, let's not
Don't quit your day job.
Not here.
Is everything all right?
Alright, hold on. Good, sir. I do remember I weighed myself this morning. I'm finally 154 pounds.
Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway and this room.
Oh, everything's okay, sir.
A word of advice, stay focused or you may start to lose even more weight. Hit the gym, fat ass! Triple H from WWF Warzone.
Alright, so I think we got enough.
Ugh.
Okay,
Alright, time for the puzzles. Files in disarray. Use the master key was stolen.
What if we do something a bit like... There we go.
Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story.
What? No way, pal. I mean, sir.
You said that you locked up Mr. Sportsman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time.
Wow, nothing gets by you, Mr. Edward. You saw that counter like a pro. I totally forgot all about that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right. It was around the very time that I realized the master key was missing.
Nani? And?
Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to log up his room, sir.
Oh, Vix, and for your answer, no, Maggie doesn't carry a gun. She does have a nightstick and a flashlight. That's what they've given her. You pretended.
Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was logging up, sir.
So, in actuality, you never did relock the door, then?
Well, I thought that maybe if I could lock it after I found the key. Not to think it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly.
Miss Bird unlocked the door, but master key was stolen, so she could not lock it up. Mr. Sportsman's office stated, jabbed my BlackBerry. Also, we might be able to go in there or something. Files in disarray and another handgun. Nope, still don't have the logic for that one yet. So, can we check if we can...
Oh yeah, before my Wi-Fi died on me.
Yes?
Did you chat with Gumshoe?
No, not yet.
No, we were just having Gumshoe talk with us.
I had to open Mr. Barber's office for me a number of times before. I've also had the chance to see the inside of his office on a number of occasions too. He saw shelves upon shelves of sports memorabilia, trophies, and awards in it. To the point where it's almost beyond gaudy, sir. But maybe I just feel that way because I'm jealous since I don't have even a single one.
Don't say that, Maggie. I'll make a special Guard of the Month award just for you.
Thanks for trying, but I've already got a mountain of consolation prizes, sir. They're proof of just how unbelievably unlucky my life has been. What's getting an award from you isn't just the same as getting a real award, sir.
Oh.
Ouch.
Aww. Oh,
Oh.
But what
Okay.
if it was from Officer Meekins, Maggie? I can give you a award, Maggie! Oh, Andy!
who?
Anything of interest? Oh, no, go back to the, I was gonna say the badge. I'm not sure what to do with that other than arrest him.
I'm just a
The
lowly
only
detective.
talent you have?
I'm not sure what I should do with this other than... Oh, okay. Your prosecutor's badge is really tiny compared to my police badge.
Real men wear police badges.
Oh, but it's really cool, sir. Much cooler than my badge. I mean, mine's just a circular, but yours... Oh. Well,
There's
I'm
no
cutting
need to
out
suck up to me, detective.
Yeah, I should leave then.
But you know what's hilarious is that I thought Gumshoe would just said, "Hey, real men show their police badge, pal." Yeah. Aw, Gumshoe. So I arrested?
Did I cut out that badge?
It's
Yeah,
from
but
Discord.
That nobody heard what I said.
It's Discord, man.
Yeah.
It's
Like when you
Discord.
start saying stuff and we love to hear it, it's like, and then yeah.
Quit going through those portals.
You know what? Considering that Sturgio
Yeah.
is going to sound a lot better than me.
No!
Oh.
No, well, I was gonna say Rallius, but
We can have Sturkio just because DP does want Sturkio. So go ahead, Sturkio.
Well then,
boy.
I had no idea you had one of these things. I mean, how far I knew everything there just to know about you, Mr. Edwards. So where's that man with the red mask going away? I felt like I've caught a glimpse of the hidden side of Miles Edgeworth.
There's a great deal you don't know about me. At least I hope so.
Buddy, you're as transparent as a wall.
Well, I can't think of anything else that we can give him. That's the problem. Unless we can go into Sportsman's door. That's all I know.
But yeah, I prefer for Rallius to be
I know,
honest.
but I just DP. We have to respect it. I don't want I don't want any hard feelings to happen. Nope, that's not it. Oh, it won't allow us to go in the door? No. I already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look.
What the?
A well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is excellent.
Sturkio?
Talk about a luxury waiting area. These babies are great for napping, you know.
You would sleep even out here, detective, in a hallway.
Whenever I do, I will end up dreaming about giving testimony of this thing. But it always end up the same way. Me getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful?
Maybe I should give it a try sometime to envision myself winning it naturally.
Okay. Huh?
Oh, I hate Circle.
It's
Hey
okay.
there,
Yeah, there was only like one police. Well, there was like one police investigator that we talked to, but VaStar took care of it.
Yeah.
They won't allow you to go into the door, or no?
So, really quick, can someone catch me up just now as to, like, what
Okay,
the-
well, we know that Maggie didn't lock Mr. Sportsman's office. Mr. Sportsman was the one that was asking for the master key at 12:30, and that we know when the key was returned. All right, doorknob.
Oh, why did the deuce?
This spot somewhat connected to any of the evidence I hold. Master key. Well, I mean, because we have to determine, oh, okay, if she didn't lock the door, that means we can go in. There's that Sierra logic.
Mm-hmm.
Location is just a piece of evidence.
Oh. Because you think a little harder, sir. Though I don't really get it myself either.
I see. In that case, I'll point out what's wrong once more for the two of you. I sense that if I look a little harder, I'll find the contradictions slumbering here. I should probably also flip through my organizer one more time. Okay, so it does have to deal with Sporticus's office, so we just don't know for sure.
Okay, okay, the deuce works, so...
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll get our life back once the investigation's over.
I know that. Okay, hold up.
Oh, could it be that because the sliding? Remember, because the Gumshoe pointed out that the little things could be slid. What about that basketball?
What about it, isn't it?
Could he make a 3-throw from here?
What about the locked door?
Eureka!
Anything wrong, sure.
I know. Again, DP, we are very sorry.
I don't think he can hear us, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's not here.
I think he just gave up entirely.
Well, it sucks that
I'm
if it was the internet or I know his Wi-Fi.
No, I can tell you, it's genuinely not him. I did research and it's 100% Discord just being fucking stupid.
Oh, here we go. There's
Okay.
a contradiction between reality and the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is the store locked tight?
You know, you're right.
Miss
Hey,
Bird, are you
what
sure
I
you
think.
didn't relock the store?
I'm sure of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsmouth knows himself that I hadn't.
Which mean what, sir? Sir?
It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one.
She opened a different door. But how can you prove that?
There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is
Logic.
we need to examine the print. No, the number plate. Yep, prints on the number plate. The prints on the number plate. They will tell us all we need to know.
Everything? Really? Like what, sir?
Like, well, for example, and such as, well, we know for sure that Detective Gumshoe dinner will only consist of instant noodles.
What? She's amazing, sir. How did you know?
Well, that would be joke Jimmy up, Mr. Edwards.
Yes, that's it. Now, then, we should get back to doing what we need to do, and that is, we need to examine these prints on the master key or prints on the doorknob.
With
Press on the number
Because
plate.
think about it. The prince
No, we did prints on the number plate. That didn't work.
Into the doorknob.
If we examine the fingerprints on the master key,
Well, if that's what you want to examine, sir, that was the very first thing we did. You can notice we didn't weigh any prints other than Maggie's.
so brilliant, Mr. Edwards. So what can we do for that?
well,
I'll tell you what to do. I think the culprit wiped their prints off.
yes, that's exactly it. I'm glad you were able to come up to the same conclusion, Cedric. However, the more important matter is, we need to examine these.
The goddamn door, sir.
The prints on the doorknob will tell us everything.
Hey, you, pal. Do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay? So, what do you find out?
All right, Sircon. There's no need for such belligerent nostril flaring, Detective. Sircon.
Oh, hold on. Sir!
Mr. Foreman's and Mr. Faith's prints on this doorknob.
Okay. It seems like your mic is speaking every time you do that voice.
Okay.
Maybe change it. Okay.
So only 2 people's prints were found on this. That's pretty decisive.
I'm lost, sir.
Thinking logically, a certain other person's print should be on this knob as well. Now then, whose print should also be on this doorknob?
Horseman.
Fucking Jack Portman. What?
Take
Your
that,
shit.
Fox!
Sir. We already found Portman.
Is that so? Well, there should be another person who left their mark on this. Now then, whose print should be on this door?
Take that!
Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent?
You mean?
Yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. Miss Birds's office data added to my BlackBerry. Miss Bird says she unlocked this door, but her prints were not found on the doorknob.
They dematerialized.
What have we here? Okay. Basketball. What is this?
Looks like a crap of paper.
Crap.
It's
Like this paper took a crap on it.
Let's see. Oh, nothing original did. It smells bad.
Looks like a note from the victim. I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone, but it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later, buddy.
Yeah, it's
Buddy.
Sportsman.
Envelope left found under the door for the absent Mr. Sportsman. I'll let by victim data jotted down on my BlackBerry. Oh yeah, you know what? Look, the thing was moved. The basketball hoop.
Yeah, actually, I can see that.
What's this?
Aha! What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey, how about me?
That's okay, Detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off.
Hey, you're right, sir. The indication is the same. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk.
The positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I better take a note of this.
And then goes from the
Look, there's- look,
and give
look.
it-
Gumshoe, there's no way Shaquille O'Neal just came here and did a monster dunk on this thing. Basketball hoop jotted down in my BlackBerry. It's sitting in front of Schwartz's office. There are no signs that it's been removed. And that... Oh man, I thought we can't check that. Alright.
Okay.
Hey, full life. I'm rejuvenalized. Poking around this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely.
Huh? How so, sir?
In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case.
You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth.
As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Potsdam.
What? Mr. Portsman.
Sportsman. I knew it. That's exactly what my logic sense were telling me to.
I like it. I like Maggie's pose there.
I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir. And me as well.
That is anything but logical. Lady and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on Truth's door. Alright, Sircon, you got the truth bullets ready?
Okay.
I'm loading. I got
March 14th, 5:12 a.m., High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
Sorry if you guys can hear my stomach, by the way.
Oh, no,
Okay.
no, that's fine.
Okay.
Sircon.
Mr. Port, Mr. Portsman, I've finished processing the bloody letter, sir. All
Right,
right,
so-
let me take a gander at it. Pass it here.
Froze it. Nothing but net.
Okay, looking good. You there, take good care of this.
Oh,
Almost got taken out. Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe. End of the line. Oh,
for you,
sorry.
Potsman. We've got you now.
Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke?
Okay, the only joke here is that you were trying to reenact the some scenes from The Room with Tommy throwing the ball all around. It's no joke. You know, Mr. Jock Sportsman, that you are the guilty party in this case. Oops.
Koopa?
Yeah, no, I literally just said the entire line there, and Discord
Oh,
just did
shit,
not
really?
want to put it through.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Alright,
no,
try again.
seriously.
Yeah, try again.
You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay, if you promise to stay out of our way.
You tend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job. I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl.
Who'd have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know.
Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work. The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for now is explaining yourself. Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up.
Well, aren't we full of ourselves, even though you have yet to prove anything?
Let's do it, Edgeworth. Or Mr.
Rebuttal.
Taking a drink? I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad for doing this to you, but I got work to do, so we're done here.
Sorry, but we are not finished yet.
Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something.
I'll show you what I'm basing my accusation on. With evidence. Alright, let's see the back of the bottom.
I noticed the music is slightly faster.
Yeah, this is the second part of the three.
Alright, next
three.
one.
Okay.
Oh, you notice how they put the dots up there, so that's nice, so we can keep track of it. There's a amount of evidence that points away from me and carpet. Next one. And then what's the last one? Alright, so it's the third one. How did I get in here? Yeah,
Okay.
how many SG-Pros I unlocked your door and got in here? Master key.
Yeah, it has to be the master key.
Master key.
Objection!
It's easy. I believe you were able to open my office door with the master key, no less.
Objection!
Oh, I hope it's not cutting you off, Soups.
Yeah, it cut me off again.
Yeah,
God, Discord.
Man, Discord is just having a stroke and a half today.
Is someone just DDoSing Discord or something?
Yeah, like, was
be.
there another DDoS attack? Because I'm actually starting to wonder that too.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know.
Precisely, you were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. That's right, you used your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key. Maggie!
Take that!
You had asked Miss Bird to open your own office door for you, yes.
Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know.
But the room you had Miss Bird open at the time was not your own, was it?
Well, what?
You have quite the imagination. But why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened? Shall we?
I'm certain that it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the double plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir.
See, Miss Bird backs up my story.
Yet, what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted? Oh, you know what he did? He moved the damn the basketball hoop to. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is really trying to do some
Sneaky
shit.
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Soup, sorry.
Huh. And how do you suppose I did that?
By switching the number plates on our doors, for example.
That's right. They do slide out pretty easily.
Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression. Basketball hoop. That the door she was opening was yours and not, in fact, mine. What was it that Mr. Potsdam used to make Miss Bird think that it was my room?
Take that!
It was his room, sorry.
Away from calling him Topping Hat, aren't you?
What? The basketball hoop, sir.
It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor.
That's very true, sir. But there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman's.
There are signs that the hoop has been moved. Sit it in front of my office to be sure.
I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack.
Yeah, keep doing the sports puns.
Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. Yeah.
So he intends
decided
to
to
claim
go
his
with
innocent to the end. Does he?
I'm as pure and innocent as my jacket. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears.
And Becky's not dirty. I'll have you know, I just watched it yesterday.
Please calm down, for I intend to show you who is the one truly covered in slime here. How dare you call yourself a sports athlete? You bring shame to Captain Tsubasa.
Okay.
Hey, yo! I wasn't expecting you to make a reference like that, to be honest.
welcome.
That made me happy.
Thank you.
Okay.
It would be the third one.
Okay.
I was in my room the entire time.
Yeah, the note.
Yeah.
The
The
note.
note.
This one's obvious.
Objection!
Brr, wrong. That was a lie.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
How was that a lie?
Oh, hold on a moment. I gotta do it my best, Maripovich. In the case of you being in your room the entire time, Mr. Sportsman, the lie detector determined that was a lie. This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Sportsman. Oh!
Why'd somebody turn into a wolf?
No, it's because you know how Maury's audience would start going ooh and ah when someone was caught in a lie.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yep.
Oh,
A note?
that's what that was.
It was left under your door, or did you not notice? And right here it says, "But you're out." You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you and what were you doing? Shall I explain it in full detail for you?
Oh.
You were busy snooping around in my room, the very room you had Miss Bird open for me.
Objection!
That's just nonsense. You have no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me.
Oh, but I do. I have a very decisive evidence.
No way!
This is proof positive that you had Miss Bird open the door for you.
You know, I just thought about something. Wouldn't
Yes?
Maggie have looked inside to see whose office it is? Or
No. She just opened the door and then walked away.
Okay.
Yes, because her prints are not on the doorknob.
Take that!
Actually, I had your door dusted for prints.
My door? What for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time.
You're right, I didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints.
Her prints? What do they have to do with anything?
Let's put it this way, if she really was the one who opened your door, then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Further, all of the prints on my office's doorknobs have been wiped clean off. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it. Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he had heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Sportsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. There you go, Sircon. Truth bullets.
Yep.
As I said, when you had the gun to my back. No one gets away with committing murder in my office.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Hey, what's so funny, pal?
Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor. As he makes a huge mistake in accusing me is simply too much to hear.
Fair.
There's just nothing else like it in the world! Yeah!
Mr. Richardson explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer. That trying to be slippery and just admitted to the crime already.
As I said earlier, it's also circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I had wiped that knob down as well. A little obsessive-compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched. Which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door.
You didn't want your cooties, Maggie.
After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and my own prints would be on it.
You made that up just now, didn't you?
Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was?
God dang it.
For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example.
Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway?
Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters. Although that's no excuse.
Oh, that's just flat out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note that.
Ah, but you can't prove that, can you?
Say something, Mr. Edward. Back me up here, sir.
Potsdam makes a good point. I can't prove that he didn't simply overlook it.
Besides, I have an airtight alibi.
Airtight, you say?
I only just realized I had one as we were talking. I guess it could have been better for all of us if I had told you sooner. Yeah!
Oh, here it is. If
memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 a.m., correct? Oof, jet lag. And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affair. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Yeah!
You really think it's that perfect?
Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself.
Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be ready back. Mr. Edwards, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsman said. The guys down in Criminal Affairs said they saw him at around 2 a.m.
You see?
All the evidence points to him being the culprit. There must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere.
Okay.
It's time for us.
Alright, load up some more troop bullets, Circum.
Alright.
Alright, so. It was 9. I don't see anything we can use evidence here for,
So we might have to press on
I have to press them on all statements.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll have to see what happens. You are correct. It was around 2 a.m. I had a late flight.
Soup? It's super
It
cookie?
probably cut out for me again.
No,
I
it
cut out.
cut me out again. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's Discord for tonight.
Yeah, apparently. I hope it's not like that when I stream later this week.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time.
I remember checking my watch then, and make no mistake, it was 2.
Oh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay. So you came back to your office at 2.
I think I have to press them on each.
Hold it! It is as you say, however.
Yes. However, you are the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw?
It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually...
Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, won't you? I mean, why don't you?
I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit.
Hold on.
You gotta press them on the third statement.
Hold it!
Yeah, I know.
So you paid the criminal at the Ferris apartment a visit.
Yep. Right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if
Of course,
you
this
guys can tell,
alibi may
I'm
seem
doing
perfect,
the
but I know there's a
actual
hole in it somewhere. All I need to do is press him a little and see what comes from it.
Press them on the fourth statement.
I know I will.
No worries.
I actually clicked.
Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony.
Discord.
Yeah, we'll wait for so.
And it was just as I said, right?
Sturgill.
Yes, sir.
Whoa, what was that?
Dasher.
Round time.
Put me on. Put me on sleeping real quick.
Oh, okay.
Rather make some noise.
Yeah. Alright, Sips.
See, I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve.
Urgh. Impossible, he actually does have the perfect alibi.
What's wrong? Why the sudden sullen look on your face?
Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think we've reached the end of the line and it's time to get off this crazy train!
All aboard!
Sorry.
I knew it. I had a feeling you'd do that.
Couldn't resist.
That was good.
You there!
Zircon.
I admittedly thought that said postman for a minute.
Potsdam.
I didn't say anything. Sire! Please escort the young lady out. But remember, be gentle.
The Maggie.
Detective Gumshoe!
You're gonna regret it.
Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn this situation around. If I only had a clue. Did I miss something that can help me cast doubt on his alibi?
Wait a minute.
I need to calmly think this through one more time and with logic.
Okay.
The culprit rearranged. What was that? The intruder I met could not have been Portstem. Then who could it be?
I think there are 2 handguns. There has to be 2 handguns.
There were 2 bullets at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life. And one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. However, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once. Meaning that it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person. Which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight. The victim and the killer weren't the only one in my office tonight. Yep. Good, we finally got that one. Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight. That would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were upended twice. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder. So it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of 2 different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it. And once again after the murder by our second culprit. Hey, Dasher. Who was the owner of the second gun. We suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back.
Objection!
Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case.
Great, so you finally come to your senses.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Sir, what are you saying?
This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case.
What do you mean?
The person I ran into was just your average thief.
A thief? But sir, doesn't that cause sort of contradiction in the facts?
Not at all. It all simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality 2 culprits stole into my office tonight.
What do you mean, dude?
It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were 2 guns. Mr. Sportsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office.
Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know.
If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Potsdam. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about, and your meat. Now then, returning to my scenario, Mr. Sportsman was out to steal something from me. Which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time.
So then this would be when the file were put back in the wrong order, right?
Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith?
Why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir?
He probably had business with Mr. Sportsman, which is why he was in the area. Well, that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess.
Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right?
And he must have thought it was armed, so he came to this office to check it out.
Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do.
It could also be because he was fooled by the basket.
But when he came in, he found...
Oh wait, no, this is Maggie's. This is Maggie Bird's.
But when he came in, he found his own
sorry.
partner standing there.
Because it was Mr. Sportsman, Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Sportsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then... he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Sportsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left the fake dying message behind.
Just a complicated troublemaker, you know that?
Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated.
There was another?
Visitors?
Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Sportsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so... they stole the master key from the security guard's room. And then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize.
They stole the whole files, right, sir?
Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter.
Are the shells getting messed up twice into 2 bullets? That's all because two different people were doing 2 things at 2 different times.
Precisely. So now do you see, Mr. Sportsman? The person I met was just a thief and was not, in fact, Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant. Because we know now that the murder took place during the first culprit.
Objection! If you're gonna do his cackling, I don't want to break my throat.
What's so funny, pal?
Absolutely splendid! Your scenario explains everything.
Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth, after all.
But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor.
Edgeworth, can't let him get away with that, sir.
But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point.
Don't say that, sir.
I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I'm up.
You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct.
Part 2.
Okay, here you go.
That thief you ran into should be your real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. Yeah. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at Criminal Affairs. So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left.
That music was baller.
Yeah.
So you think we should be out there looking for the thief?
Of course! Now isn't the time to be having these dead-end discussions.
I don't think it's all that dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he was there at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it.
Okay.
We need to find real killers. So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left.
My brain.
Okay, where should we
Fortunately,
take?
we don't have any evidence that we can work with. So our best bet is to press him.
Press, yeah.
Okay.
Hold it!
Actually, no, I wouldn't.
But why not?
That's elementary. The dying message, of course. The face killer was very clearly left those letters on the spines of those files. And it was after they were on there that the thief stole one of them.
You mean the O file, sir? The 0.
And that's how we also know the letters themselves were set up, and not from Mr. Faith. If the thief was the killer, do you think they would try to undermine themselves?
Maybe the killer just didn't think of that either. Yes, that must be it. Maybe, just maybe.
Hold it!
Yeah, OJ, we're gonna find the real killers. Once escaped, I highly doubt a thief would linger nearby.
Well, you never know. Maybe they didn't get what they were really after.
Oh, you talk like you know quite a bit about this thief.
Oh, it's nothing like that. I have no idea about anything after all.
Hold it!
But according to Mr. Faith's note...
Hold on, I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left that note for me in the early evening? If you have proof that he left it at a different time, say, just before he was murdered.
I don't have any, no.
You see? So I insist again that I was in my office the entire time.
Hold it!
Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith?
That's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. You know those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits.
And what are the evidence he brought?
There were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items. A gun and a pendant.
Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let slip through the cracks. Press.
Hold it!
A gun and a pendant.
Yes, this gun, which was the murder weapon. And this pendant, which belonged to the victim.
And why were you taking them to criminal affairs?
There was something in a past case file I wanted to compare these two to. But all this has nothing to do with this case right now. Anyway, I believe you'll find the long paper trail I left to be to your satisfaction.
This is all matching up with that Detective Gumshoe found out.
Go back to the previous.
You know, it's lying.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because the gun and the pendant.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, he brought 2 items. Yeah, that one. So we're gonna present.
Yeah, so. Yep. The note.
Objection!
Only 2 pieces? I believe the proper phrase here is, you fail.
Excuse me?
You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Sportsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me.
What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you.
Well, here's a piece I think you should read carefully.
It says Mr. Bates was bringing 3 pieces.
Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Sportsman.
I can't believe to get tripped up by simple arithmetic.
Where is the missing piece of evidence?
It's...
You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe.
You don't have to say, sir. I'll let the guy down from head to toe.
What? Don't come any closer. I'm warning you.
This is all for the investigation, pal. I don't even think about stopping me. I'll pat you down.
No. Oh.
Hey, what's this? In your back pocket. He had this on him, sir.
Where the hell was he hiding that VHS tape?
In his pants.
Oh, you
In
mean
his
up his
jacket,
pants,
actually,
okay.
like in a jacket pocket.
Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide.
But why would he hide something like that?
There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin.
Dear, horror.
KG-8 incident. The KG-8 incident.
That's a police case number, sir. Does that mean this video is evidence from that case?
Interesting. However, what's recorded on this isn't what's important right now. Let's give the casing a thorough once-over. Alright. So turn it over and see some of it.
Maybe try.
Oh!
Blood.
That's blood, isn't it?
Yes, and I believe this the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh.
You mean this might be Detective Faith blood?
No! You've got it on!
No much about to take. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video.
Yeah, it's totally suspicious.
Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him?
You know very well there's no way to prove that.
Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints.
God!
If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones here would belong to the murderers, you and Mr. Faith. He ate it.
Chocolate.
He died. Die.
Welcome to die.
March 14, 5:47 a.m. High Prosecutor's Offices, Room 1202.
Mr. Sportsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir.
Very good.
And the result we got back from the lab, tech on the tape turned out to be really solid, sir. The blood work came back. It wasn't gonna be Mr. Faith blood on there, or do they were all different fingers. Well,
Thank you very so much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see you pull the Doug seals outside the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir.
It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies.
Oh, it's nothing, really, compared to what I've been through, I mean. I can't remember that was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir. Finally been holed up or a hostage situation, I have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I finally rised up from the goddess a bit or two, just an unlucky person.
Congratulations on the promotion. Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail.
You know something, sir? That Mr. Green was one corrupt prosecutor.
And why would you say he was corrupt?
Well, I heard there was a number of suspicious things related to his court case. There's been a rumor about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir.
Forged evidence, huh?
They say he didn't decide not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reason.
Well, that guy was a complete disrespect to the entire profession.
We never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office.
Yeah, whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up.
Although we can be pretty certain that it was to steal something.
This is just between you and me, sir, but... Is there a rumor that a huge organization is involved behind the scene?
Oh, well, well.
I need to turn your volume up, sir.
Yeah, you can turn up Circle a bit, because like you're really low, Circle.
Oh, sorry.
With Mr. Portman, with Mr. Sportsman not willing to divulge anything, really lends credence to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of this.
Huh? Then Mr. Portsman isn't a bad guy?
I didn't say that, but rather there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance to this piece of evidence.
Take that!
The person who stole this file, the other villain of the night.
Yeah, I wonder who it was.
And what happened to the stolen pages? I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint?
Okay.
Sircon.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir?
Yes?
I came across this while I was probably in your office earlier, sir.
This card.
What is it, sir? Is that a bird or something on there?
It's not just any bird. It's the mark of the raven, a three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, detective.
No, sir, I got cut off from these stuff. Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? That great thief everyone talks about.
Yeah, it's the mark of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. Nothing like that Ron Delight guy. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Yatagarasu haunts embassy. Noble Yatagarasu, vigilante of the business world, reappears. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. Yatagarasu appears, corporate dealings exposed. Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is set forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media, along with a single card. Though it's been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance.
Mr. Edgeworth, look, something's written on the back.
What? Let me see.
It's the location where the thief put the stolen files.
So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few keywords are popping up in this mystery. The murder in my office. Return of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. For they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago.
AKA case 3.
The end.
Yeah, we're going
Alright.
to. Yeah. Basically, next case is more filler case. To be honest.
Oh, that's fun.
Nice.
All right. Well, that was a nice stream. Thank you, Vish.
That was
Okay.
fun.
Yeah. Hope you all enjoyed it. And,
what'd you
and
think,
thank you, Super.
Yeah, I say, Soups, you did a great job with Sporticus.
Glad you did. I'm glad you liked them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did. Like I said, like I like to do my references well, and yeah, because me and Vass are helping you out with Captain Tsubasa. I thought I'd add one in just to give you a plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, it honestly made me smile really big. Thanks for the smile, bud.
Oh yeah, I wish someone would have just kicked a soccer ball at his head.
Anyway,
Yeah, just doink.
anyways,
Oh no, he should have gotten the Jito treatment. Jito just punched him in the back of the head.
Oh no, even
with
better, if it flies at him and this is all you hear, you just hear a
Joni
Uh.
loves Chachi. Dodgeball.
Yeah.
anyways.
Or I'm gonna go ahead and
Oh,
So-
actually, if
Yep.
we're raiding out, I may have someone to recommend if they're still live.
go
Woohoo! And who would that be?
go ahead.
Kizu!
Already have it on follow. So
Oh, you already have it on Kizu? Hell yeah!
And Vass, what are we doing tomorrow night?
Final Fantasy 14 while reacting to the
Yes,
announcements
To what?
to the Game Awards.
When?
I'm not sure. Oh,
Because I might be busy. Because like usually, if it's Game Awards, I'm gonna Game Award out.
at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, because that's gonna cut into because Jeff goes at least 2 to 3 hours with that damn thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'd rather play Final Fantasy.
okay.